Yo, what's going on, guys? Can everyone hear me? Yes, all right. Did we all survive the dump? Max bid, yeah. Alright, so let's get started. So first, quick shout out to the sponsor of these streams and videos, which is PrimeXBT. The links are in the description. Head over there and take a look at it. Great exchange. Also left the promo code there, which you can use. So big thanks to them for sponsoring. Leave a like on this video, on the live stream, that helps me a lot. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That keeps me going, that is much appreciated, alright? I don't know how to turn on subtitles, so yeah, you'll have to do it with my voice for now. Are they ever gonna stop dumping? I'm not sure, man. Alright, so first, let's first go over the trades I took back here and why I closed them at the local top pretty much. So when we were trading down here, I was bull posting here. Now, why? I just didn't see us break down from these areas without taking any liquidity to the upside, okay? I was thinking that dumping from there was too easy. So yeah, I was mainly looking for longs. Also, the sentiment wasn't lining up. Everyone was calling for new lows already, while we just swept major liquidity to the downside, which was below this low, right into a key area of support. Also took out that low, right? So I was looking for longs. And then this happened. So we started grinding up here in this area, which I personally didn't like, okay? And then I posted that little video on Twitter and said I was looking for a dip. And then if we would have done this, I think we would have ran higher. So why? First of all, the daily. I mean, I can't show you the daily, how it looked back then. But basically we had a flat bottom, so no wick to the downside, which was around here if I remember correctly. I think this one. So this was the flat bottom on the daily, and we had, yeah, a shit ton of unswept lows here, which we didn't run. Here. So I was looking for a dip. And if we did see the dip before sweeping these highs, then I would have probably held my my long a little longer. Okay, so it's all about liquidity, right? If we would have swept these lows first, then the draw on liquidity would have been much bigger to the upside, and then I think we could have run higher from there. But yeah, we didn't get that, and instead we just started running from here, and that's the reason, well, the main reason I got out. So I closed like 40% of my long above these poor highs here, and then we started running higher, and then as soon as this started dumping, yeah, I didn't like it. I got out. So just checking the daily, yeah, it didn't feel good. Oh, I can show the daily actually. I posted it on Twitter, I think. Yeah, this one. See, so the daily looked like this, with this flat bottom, and took out some liquidity to the upside. And then as soon as we started rejecting, yeah, things didn't feel good. And obviously then we started hitting those stops and accelerated to the downside. So last night we were trading around here. I didn't look for a short. I was hoping that we would keep ranging a little around here and that I could look for a short this morning. But yeah, we got straight up continuation to the downside and are now trading around 39, 38. So yeah, I'm still flat on Bitcoin. Okay, so now future game plans, right? So let's zoom out a little and start marking out those levels on the higher time frames, right? So the monthly range that we've been trading in for ages is this one. So range high, so this big run up, then this high caused the huge dump, so range high, and then the lows as a range low, mid-range pivotal. So that's gonna be your quarterly or monthly range. Let me boom. Okay, and then let's take a look at since we're entering some lower levels now, right? So let's see what happened in this area. So this was the area, this accumulation range that led to new all-time highs here. Okay, so that area is going to be key now, and since we're entering this area, let's take a look at where the local range in this area was, which was from this low to this high. So why this one? We got the downside from our monthly range high. Okay, it started dumping. And then from this low, we saw the bounce, the decent bounce. That's a first low where we saw some buying pressure come in. Okay, and then this high was a high made after this that got swept right here. Okay, swept, and then we had for range lows, swept range lows, off to range EQ, which is pivotal as you can see, and then retest, and then the upside. Okay, so then another sweep of the highs, but then we broke above, retest of this level, and then off to new highs. So that area, well, that range is gonna be key now. Okay, so as you can see, these levels have been acting as pivots now. So they were acting as support, and now we broke below, little retest here, and started selling off. So right now, for me personally, I think we're trading in the middle of nowhere. So that's also the reason I'm flat on Bitcoin. Let's also mark out this low and those equal lows that we had, that everyone was talking about. So we took them out now. Still have this key low to the downside here, which is unswept. So for me, no trades around here. Okay, so the trades I would take, I would be looking for longs if we see lower, ideally around this previous range EQ. Okay, so around here. If we see lower prices start nuking again, I'll be looking for longs on the sweep of this into this EQ. Start looking for longs there. First target would be here. If I see bearish price action around this range high, I'll probably get out, because then probability wise we could see range low next. If we reclaim this, well, then I think these highs up here are next into our monthly range mean. Okay, if we don't, and if we start pumping from here, I'll be looking for bearish price action on this former daily range high, so which is around here, and which was supports all the way back here. So if we start pumping from here, I'll be looking for a high and then a sweep of the high into that level, and then if we start rejecting, see bearish price action, that's where I'll look for a short, and then the target would be these lows, then this low on the daily from back here, this low into daily range EQ. So there, then here, and then here. Okay, so quickly again, look for shorts if we see something like this. If we see upside from here, look for bearish price action, short the breakdown, and if we see lower from here, I'll be looking for longs within this area. So for me, longing or shorting here is, yeah, low probability in my opinion. Yeah, we're basically trading in the middle of nowhere. From an investor perspective, I tweeted that this morning. I do think that these areas are looking very attractive. So this area, as I said, was the sideways price action that led to the break to new all-time highs. So that's, in my opinion, gonna be fat demand. So if we see lower prices here and start dumping again into range EQ, and you have you want some more spot exposure, I think, yeah, anything below 37 is a solid buy for the long term at least. But yeah, take it easy, never risk more than you can afford to lose, of course. If we start breaking below range EQ, so I personally think we won't see much lower than this range EQ before we see at least back towards 50k, around there. If we do start breaking below here, then yeah, it's probably off to range low, where I'll be very cautious. If we sweep the lows and close above, then I think it's bullish and we might see range EQ next. If we start closing below here, well, yeah, then I'll probably wait for the reclaim and wait for some bullish price action to develop before stepping into longs again. Makes sense? Okay, quickly gonna read the chat. Possible alt season. Alt season is a meme. You'll never see a real alt season again, in my opinion. Why take the middle candle low as range low on the monthly? Why not left one? As per your oracle, first low as significant as second low swept. Yeah. So the reason I take this one is because it's a monthly range, right? And yeah, this was the swing low. So this, from this high, we went to this swing low, and this swing low is the one that led to the upside towards the sweep of range high. So that's why I take this one. So also, if you zoom out to the quarterly charts, let's remove these, you can see that it's gonna be this low that's key, and not Yeah, the one before. So that one is going to be more significant. But I mean, it's even if you take that one, your range is pretty much the same, right? But I prefer this one. Swing or scalp? I'd say day trader, to be honest. I'm mostly not longer than a few days in my positions. I just yeah, enter, and then once the move happens, I get out. If you reclaim last week's low, would you start looking for longs? Yes, I think so, yes. I think if we pump from here, the area that you want to see hold for bears will be this one. So as I said, this daily range high level lining up with this, if you start pumping, sweeps in there are nice to sell, in my opinion, unless we head for this area first, right? It's always about what liquidity you sweep first. If we go for here first, then that's definitely a short, in my opinion, down towards here. If we dump from here straight in here and get back up here, then I think the chances of breaking right through are significantly higher. Any thoughts on total market cap? No, not at all. Head and shoulders. Why trading on USD pair instead of USDT? Well, it's pretty much the same, you know. And since I trade on Bybit, coin margins, I'm gonna chart this one. Chances we pump from here. I think there's a good chance we see some upside from here, but I think, yeah, I think we at least get another sweep of these lows, and I ideally want to see this low get taken out. If we do this, then I might start looking for a long, but until then I'm sitting out here. After such a move, you know, you're not gonna miss out on anything significant, you know. The chances that we view reverse from here are close to zero, in my opinion, right? So if you get some upside, we will most likely get some downside after. So rushing into a position here is not what I like doing. You'll get much higher probability trades if you just wait for a range to establish and then look for longs on the sweep. For example, if that's your range, then look for longs here. Target range high, this and this as a second target. Or if you do this, make a higher low and go for a sweep. Now you have clean lows to the downside. Then look for a short there and target the lows. But yeah, you don't have that right now, so better to stay flat, in my opinion. So what's also lately been something I always look at is OTE. I explained it in these previous live streams, right? So OTE from the low to the high or the high to the low. So from this high to this low, drawing OTE, the area I was looking for longs was exactly the OTE area, right? And then we saw the bounce, and guess what? From this high to this low, what's the retrace? OTE, perfectly where we rejected. And yeah, using that in confluence with this range high level, right? This one, which I posted. So resistance, range high, supply, the area we broke down from. OTE, all of that in confluence, yeah, made me stay out of longs, and yeah, was happy with the profits anyways. said I didn't short up here, but I didn't like shorting it either, right? Because after a 4-hour close like this, blindly shorting is also not well, in this case it was a good idea, but for me personally, I had to see something cleaner to short. For example, a sweep, another sweep of the highs, and if we would have then rejected, then you also have a cleaner validation below above this high, and then target lower. But yeah, I didn't take the short side. I did take the long side and closed at the top, so which I'm very happy about. But yeah. Do you see a probability where we go straight to mid 40s to 50 keks from here? I mean, anything is possible. Well, 40s to 50s, I mean, that's a 10k range. To 40s, yes. To 50s, unlikely in my opinion. I do hold spot, yes. My trading account is fully in spot. All the way since 3k. Since this nuke. I've been trading on coin margin. Yeah. What's the full form of OTE? Is it different from the 618 level? No, it's I mean, I prefer using these levels as OTE, the 6.2 level and the 7.9 level, and then OTE is basically the area in between these, so between these levels, and then the EQ or the midpoint between the 7.9 and the 6.2 level is the 705 level. So if you draw a range from here to here, you'll see the midpoint is this 705 level, and that's, well, you can call it whatever you want, the golden pockets, the optimal trade entry, OTE, whatever. But I really like using those. As you can see, those that it's proven itself over and over again to be a key area for support and resistance. It's almost to the T that we hit this level and then started nuking. And from here to here, exactly the same, right into OTE, bounced, and yeah, you have tons of examples of that. Also on the daily from the bear market. Wait, Bitstamp. This bear market in 2018, right? All of the retraces you saw were OTE. As you can see, high to low, retrace, OTE, reject, lower. What else? All-time high to the first significant low, OTE, perfectly, and lower. See? So yeah, I really like using that as confluence. Do you think we'll have another long-term bear market like 2018? I mean, I don't know. Do I think so? I don't really care, you know. I'm personally level to level trader, and I trade setups on the 4-hour, to the hourly. And yeah, everyone is like, are you bullish, are you bearish? Well, I'm just trading what I see, and if I think price is gonna go up, I'm bullish, and if I think price is gonna go down, I'm bearish. And I don't care if we see a bear market or, I mean, of course I'd like price to go to 100k, but yeah, I'm not gonna tell you if it's gonna happen or I think it's gonna happen. I don't care. I just trade the chart and hold spot Bitcoin. I believe in Bitcoin in the long term, but yeah, I don't really care when we get there. See, also the area we bounced from this low to this high, the area here was also OTE. We're now slightly breaking back below, but the 7.9 level, which is also still the OTE, lines up right below this area into range EQ. So I think this area in general is a nice area to look for spot entries. I might buy more here in this green box. But yeah, weekly will tell us more. If we close around here, I think another dump into range EQ here is very, very likely, unless we close like above 40,000, 41k. If we close above 41, I think the low is in, but I think that's very unlikely. I don't think we'll close above there on Sunday. So I think we stay around these levels now for a while and build up a new range. And then I'll be looking to trade the extremes of that range. Look for shorts on the sweep of the highs. Look for longs on the sweep of the lows. That's pretty much my game plan. And stay away from alts for now. What do you think about going spot long for long term? Yeah, well, as I just said, I think this area is a pretty good entry for spots. How do I get this OTE? It's just the fib tool, and then you change the settings to this. Max Payne, 46k on 28th of January. Any thoughts? Max Payne is also a meme. Max Payne, old season, overall market cap, SPX, all memes. Accumulating alts, also a meme. Do you see a change in the character how Bitcoin trades going from 2018 to now, considering different participants entering the market? Does it influence the way you trade? Yes, definitely. Markets do change their behavior. I mean, if you're in the market full time, you sort of anticipate on the change yourself automatically, in my opinion. But if I look back how I used to trade back then and how I used to trade, well, how I trade now, there's definitely major changes. I think I already talked about this in another stream, but for example, if you on pure liquidity wise, back in the days, if you had a high, the high got swept, the candle closed below, you just had to market short this, stop above the wick, and target the opposite side of the range, so target the lows. While if you do that now you get much more. So if this is the high, and then you either close very strong above here, get another wick, and then nuke. So everyone is like, oh, strong close above, then nuke instead. Or you get like the clean wick, boom, and then revisit that area, get another sweep, get another spike, and then see the nuke. So markets are much more choppy, and it's, in my opinion, much more difficult to like manage a trade. Back in the days, managing a trade was much easier, and with that I mean like mostly candle closes, right? So if you're in a long and you see a candle close below a significant level, that was your signal to get out because things look bearish. While now, in my opinion, they tend to trap people into thinking that price is bearish, but then they just rip it back up again. Makes sense? So for example here, right? Highs, supply area. So if people were bearish and then they close it here, they close it super strong. So people are like, oh, I don't want to short this, while it just took the highs into supply and then it just nuked. So, and that you didn't used to have that back in the day, well, or less in my eyes. Then they would have closed it below here as a giant wick, and then you'd market short, put your stop above here, and then see this, because yeah, markets used to trade in another way. How do you make different templates? Here, template, save as, and then save it. Risk, I usually risk like 2%, 1 or 2% of my account on a trade. I'm not gonna do alts today, just focusing on Bitcoin. Yeah. So yeah, the market behavior definitely does change. The more people also use something, the less likely it's going to work. But that's all personal thoughts. You could have people who would say no, you can trade any market with any strategy all of the time. And I mean, my strategy is still pretty much the same. But yeah, the behavior definitely changes, in my opinion. What's next? Zero, man. We're going to zero. So yeah, if you draw these range levels from here back towards this area, they line up pretty good as well, because from this up move, this was the high that caused the first decent downside, right? So from the high to the low, then this is your range, and as you can see, they sort of line up. So range lows here, range highs here, and the mid range is there. So if you just draw the ranges as boxes, you'd have something like this. And then remove these. Yeah, and as you can see, those areas have been extremely pivotal. Resistance, support, resistance, 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 support, 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 support. Now broke below. So the next logical target, in my opinion, would be this middle box, which is right below this kilo from back here. So key liquidity, key area right below that. So yeah, that's definitely an important area in my opinion. If we start going below here, then I think the chances of taking out these lows increase a lot. So yeah, but that wouldn't be a good sign. Ideally, I'd like to see something like this and then a giant wick and then upside from there. Probably then, if we dump straight from here and take out that low, I think we won't stop here. Then I think we go for this into this area. Yeah. Take out these stops. We go negative. Damn. So yeah, the weekend is coming up. I think I won't take any new positions over the weekend. I'll just let this develop. I don't think we see anything significant over the weekend. And if we see a real move, it will probably get faded. And so if we see this, we'll probably get bought. And if we see this, it will probably get sold. So I hope to see a clean range on Monday. Something like this. And then next week I'll be looking to trade the extremes, as I already said a few times. We're on a winning streak, so I'm gonna be very picky with my trades and only take A+ setups to keep that streak going, you know. Just a bloody Friday, nothing exceptional. Do you take trades on a Monday or you wait until Monday low and Monday high is formed? Depends. If, for example, you do this over the weekend and then we come down on Monday and do this and I see a clean reclaim, I'll probably take a long and then just see. And yeah, if price stays bullish, right, target range high, and if we start bleeding down again, then it's likely we take out Monday low. But yeah, depends on the setup. Dollar was a store of value all this time. If you start forming a lower low where we are, I'm selling all at 50 or 58k. Yeah, well, at that time you won't know if it's a lower high, right? You'd have to plan that now. If we go to 55 or something, would you sell? Or hold? Probably now you're saying, if we revisit this area, I'm selling. But once we're here, you'd probably be holding and calling for all-time highs. And that's the exact reason how these markets trade a lot. And the exact reason I was bullish here and closed and was bearish here. Because at these lows, everyone was calling for 36 in my DMs. Man, I got insulted for calling, for saying bullish things down here. And then we saw this pump and suddenly everyone longed the dip. Everyone was long. So yeah, that's sentiment is also a main reason for my trades. And gut feeling. That's also very underrated. But yeah, you can't really learn that. It's like something you only get if you're in this for years and watch the chart hours and hours and hours. You just get to know how it trades and get that feeling. Yeah, I don't know if anything I'm saying makes sense, but that's how I see things. Really appreciate you sharing your thoughts more often. Thank you so much, learning a lot. Thanks for coming, man. And you're welcome. Please leave a like on the video if you haven't already. Let's get to 50 likes, yeah? Crazy how close Bitcoin is trending and trading with US stocks right now. Everyone wanted institutional adoption. This is what it looks like, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the correlation is... I mean, I'm not saying it's not there. It's obviously there, the correlation. But trading Bitcoin based on how SPX is looking is the stupidest thing you can do, in my opinion. If they move the same, then what's the point in looking at it at the SPX? Then just look at this one. Why would you not take a trade because SPX looks bearish and you think Bitcoin will follow? If SPX looks bearish, then Bitcoin would look bearish, right? So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't make any sense in my opinion. But yeah. People insulting others are really trash. Just manage your risk, guys. Yes. Long-term DCA or learn trading ranges. Great, thanks for doing this. Weekend will tell. Yeah, weekend will tell us more. Yeah, like I said, if we close the weekly above 41, I'm bullish, and I think up here is next. But yeah, closing above here, I mean, don't really think so. So then I'd say another dip is likely. Well, you already asked like 5 times if it's a good entry for spot, and I said yes. I think this area, the 35 to 37 area, is a good area for spot. Yes, I do think so. $55 likes, let's go. Max Payne. I don't know what Max Payne is, man. What would be Max Payne for you? Just think about it. But yeah, I don't use Max Payne. That's all a meme. Just trade what's in front of you. No worries, man. Thanks for your opinion and teaching. You have an opinion on strategy for scalping as well. I'm not really a scalper, I'd say. Like scalping is like really on the lower time frames, in and out within a few hours. I'd say I'm more of a day trader, to be honest. Because yeah, I mostly look at, I trade mostly on the hourly and the 4 hour and use daily levels and areas in confluence with that, but base my trades off of the hourly and the 4 hour. So yeah, I'd say I'm more like a day trader. Still trading Forex? Nope. Maybe soon, if Bitcoin goes to 0. Just what you said days ago, many people see 30k area as bottom, then it's not bottom, right? Yeah, if everyone's calling for something, the chances we see that decrease, right? So yeah, I think we either bounce from this area, as I said, so another dip in here, and if we don't, yeah, I mean, then I think things are pretty fucked and we're gonna go below 30k. Then I think we take out these lows. into like 24 area. But yeah, I'd say that's very unlikely. Well, maybe not very unlikely, but I just don't see it happening, to be honest. But yeah, if it comes, I'll probably buy some more spots down here, but I think that would just be too good of an opportunity to buy. I don't know. But yeah, could also just go back to 4K. Open the group, please, George. No, man, not yet. Maybe one day. If we lose 28.6 or something support, when will we where will we potentially go? 18. Yeah, like I said, I don't see it happening. I think if we get down here, that it will be a spike, and that will get a fat bounce back above. I don't think you'll get much time buying below 30k, personally. But yeah, if we do, areas of interest will probably be this. Let's see on the 3-day. Yeah, this will probably get run over then. It's probably down here. But meh, don't see this happening. I don't think that this will happen. But yeah, I'm ready if it comes. Let's see. Then it would make much more sense, in my opinion, if we'd bounce from these levels and then see a lower high at 58 or something, or above these, right? So take out some liquidity here and then see the long chop downwards and then go for this. And then this would definitely be a bottom. Well, not definitely, but that would be much more likely than, in my opinion. Down from here all the way to below 20k, yeah, that's unlikely, I think. People will leave if we go below 30k. Well, that would be amazing. Get all those weak hands out. You think it would make sense for scalping if, for example, you're trading on the 5-minute and use levels for ranging if of the hourly 4-hour time frame? Thanks for replying, admire your opinion. Yes, that would, but yeah, I mean, it's everyone his own strategy, right? Everyone has a different strategy, so, and as long as it works, it works. Yeah, I don't know about altcoins, but yeah, I'm just trading them as well, level to level. Holding altcoins, I'm not really into that. It can be, well, altcoins are like, or you're fully into altcoins and you win big if things go up, but then you also lose big if things start going down. Which is why I'm not a fan of holding them. Timing them also is very, very difficult. I suck at timing altcoins, because yeah, obviously if Bitcoin pulls a move like this, alts nuke to 0, right? So timing these kind of things is very difficult, and yeah, just timing the top in general. If you're holding alts, basically all alts, even the bullish ones, made their high and started dumping on this down move. Then most of them came back towards supply areas here and now got nuked again. So yeah, I mean, timing the top here, when do you sell, right? It's yeah. Either you hold and win big, or you hold them all the way back down. So it's definitely not a simple thing, which is why I just like to trade alts level to level. And that's basically what I've been doing lately. But yeah, right now with Bitcoin at these levels, I rather wait at least for Monday and see what's up before stepping into anything. I don't have mentorship at the moment. I'm still thinking what to do with the group, because I got a shitload of DMs asking about it, but yeah, I don't know. Will you short Atom? Nah. Let's see liquidation levels. Yeah. See, that's also the big thing. We took out, so on this pump yesterday, right? We had 50x liquidation sitting, 1 second, at, see, these two got taken out beautifully, and then we started nuking and took out all of this. So yeah, I could see something like this where we take out these, then dump back down again, make a low. Then if we sweep, I'd short, target the lows. So that's scenario 1. And if we bounce, make the high, and then sweep, get a big sweep below that low here into green, I'll definitely have some long exposure on this and target, yeah, I mean, here first, second, and then it's into all of these, in here, and then up here, final target. Do you look at gaps in CME? Nope. I think there's one around mid-30s. Yeah, I saw it as well on Twitter, but I personally don't focus on gaps, because it's pure gambling in my opinion, whether they will get filled or not. If there's a gap around here, right, it could have been your argument for downside for all of this uprun. Then you could have said here, there's a gap here. Could have said here, there's a gap there. Could have said it here, there's a gap there. I mean, yeah, it's also a meme, CME gaps. A lot is a meme in my opinion. ICT concepts. I mean, some of them, yes, are things that he introduced to the space, but yeah, like OTE. But yeah, it's all, I mean, yeah, that's a very discussed topic in the crypto Twitter atmosphere, like who invented something. But I mean, markets have been around for like ages, so, and everyone uses his own concepts, and only one thing is no meme, and it's PA. Yeah. Yes, to be honest. It's true. What's your win rate lately? I have this verification page that's still running, where you can see all the trades I take and some statistics. So right now it's 62.3. This was yesterday's long. Yeah, pretty happy with my performance lately, because the last few months have been difficult for me trading wise, but it's also because I wasn't really focused on the markets. I was traveling a lot, and yeah, I mean, going out with friends, not really focusing on this, and then I saw it one day and tried to trade, but yeah, failed. And but yeah, lately I've been focusing a lot more and being more active on this, and yeah, the results are there, so happy about that. So yeah, this is API connected, by the way, on CMM. Was funny to me how yesterday up here, so I got out of my longs and people started like posting wouldn't FOMO here, or wouldn't get yeah, I mean, and then when we saw the dump, they were like retweeting it, acting as they traded this perfectly. It's just like such a meme. But yeah, I've been wrong a lot as well. From back here, I've been wrong a lot. I was mostly bullish in this area and got smoked a lot. I wasn't really looking objectively at the markets here. Was like, yeah, wasn't really into it too well. So yeah, everyone makes mistakes, right? But because of my risk management, I survived. Okay, so any more questions? Otherwise, I think I gave my game plans, and I gave yeah, what I'm watching. Probably, as I said, staying flat over the weekend and waiting for some kind of range to establish here. Because yeah, I don't like trading after such a move into the middle of nowhere. Areas of interest are either up here or down here. The trick is to learn from your mistakes. That's very true. You win by failing over and over and over again. Alright, so guys, if you haven't already, please leave a like. Let's get it to 100 likes at least. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks to the sponsor, Prime. And yeah, I've been doing these more often. We'll see. I won't have a lot of time over the weekend, planning to go down to town. But yeah, definitely next week I'll do another one. So I'll see you guys there. Alright. Peace out, mofos.